I'm always looking for ways to improve, techniques I can use, and I'll tell you, at times it can get frustrating. I still make tons of mistakes, and some of these techniques help me to improve, but I still have a long way to go. And a lot of people make these mistakes. It may be placement mistakes, or not understanding how the face is drawn in perspective and why it's looking so flat. Today, we're going to fix that nonsense. Welcome back to Robbie Rough Straws, on our way to 100K subs. Thanks for dropping by again. So, if you enjoy the content, like, subscribe, hype, comment, all that stuff. Okay, let's step into the Roughs classroom. So I'm going to go through some really common mistakes newbies make and a bonus tip at the end, so stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to fix them using the same head structure from my last video, so check out Mastering the Head with the Loomis method. One mistake I always made, the eyes being too far apart, which made my drawings look like aliens. But using this method cured me. The cure? Starting with structure. I start like this every time. It just makes placing everything in the right place easier, so I don't get alien eyes. So, in no particular order, here are some newbie mistakes and how to cure them. Alright, first one. Eyes too high. This is a really common mistake. People tend to place them closer to the top of the head, but they actually sit right around the halfway point. You see how this feels off? Now, dropping them down, suddenly, it feels more natural. There's actually more room up there than you expect. Hair messes with us and makes the eyes feel higher than they are. Here's the next one. Your 3/4 view is looking flat. Or you're having rotation problems. And honestly, this is where a lot of people struggle. Because now, you actually have to turn the head in space. This really isn't about detail. It's about direction. Where's the head pointing? So here's the Loomis head again. The most important thing here is the center line. That line tells you exactly where the face is looking. If it's straight, you're still in front view. Once it curves, now the head is turning. And everything follows that turn. The far side gets compressed, the near side opens up, and you see more of one side than the other. At this stage, don't worry about details. Just get the direction right. If the direction isn't clear, the head won't feel turned. Once you lock in the direction, everything else becomes easier. The next one, you're having a form problem. You have floating features or flat face. This isn't about turning the head. It's about how the head is built. A lot of times, the features look like they're just placed on top, like stickers. That's because the face isn't flat. It has form. You've got the front of the face, the sides of the head, the angle of the jaw, and the brow coming forward. So, instead of placing features, start thinking about the surfaces they sit on. This is what creates volume. This is what gives you depth. There's actually a method based on this. It's called the Asaro head. It breaks everything into simple planes. You don't need to memorize it, just understand the idea. The face is made of surfaces that turn. If the form isn't there, everything will look flat. So this isn't about adding detail. It's all about building the head in 3D. Sometimes the side view can feel really awkward. It may seem like this would be the easiest view, but a lot of people make the face too flat, place the features in the wrong place. Eyes too high or too far back, or ear too high or low. So let's take a look at how using the skull can help. When it comes to the side view, using the skull and understanding it will really help you draw the side view more accurately. And this goes for all views. Because if you just try to draw the face from the outside, it's really easy to guess wrong. Things start to drift, and it can feel a bit off. But the skull gives you the actual structure underneath everything. You can see where the brow sits, where the jaw connects, and how far the face actually sticks out. A lot of people place everything too flat, but the face actually pushes forward from the skull. The forehead comes forward, the nose sticks out, the teeth area pushes out, and then the chin comes back in. So instead of drawing a flat outline, you're building it based on real structure. It helps you to place things more accurately, and your side views instantly feel more natural. And you're not guessing the shape. Even a simple understanding of the skull makes a huge difference. Okay, this one isn't really a mistake, but something that will give your drawings much more personality. So, you're drawing a face. Everything looks good, but it's kind of boring. You want your character to express something. So that's when changing the angle of the head can make a big difference. You can show different moods or expressions just by changing the angle or tilt of the head. Of course, the features will help a lot with that, but even a slight head tilt will improve it that much more. Just a small thing, but it can really push your drawing to the next level. Even a tiny shift makes a big difference. All right, bonus tip time. Before I wrap this up, quick note on something that can really change how your head reads. Male versus female proportions. Same base structure, just some small differences. For a more masculine look, the jaw tends to be wider and more square, and the brow a little heavier. And the overall shape is a bit more straight and structured. Straighter lines, slightly thicker neck, and less taper. For a more feminine look, the jaw usually tapers more towards the chin. The lines are softer, and the features feel a bit more curved and delicate. Narrower chin, softer angles, slightly lighter structure. These aren't strict rules, just general tendencies. You can push or mix these depending on your style. Even small tweaks here can completely change how our character reads. Most of this isn't about drawing better. It's just about placing things a little more accurately. And once this clicks, everything starts to feel a lot easier. So that's it for this one. I hope you learned something. Thanks for attending the Rust Classroom, and stay tuned for the next one. Leave a comment below if you have something you want to see, or tell me about how your drawing journey is going. So until next time, see ya and catch you later.